Hi there.
Hi.
India.
Mimi.
We are here today to talk about Viking river cruises. Anybody in here been on a river cruise? Okay. First, not. Okay. So you've been on Viking? On the ocean. Okay. Okay. Been on.
So we are not the Viking rep. They got stuck wherever he's from with the weather. So we are improvising and going to show you
Yes.
Viking.
We're going to kind of talk about this, but then this is going to be very informal. So we're going to just talk about river cruising in general, the Viking Ocean product, and the differences between Viking and some of the other lines.
Okay.
So let's talk about this. We're going to explore the world with Viking cruises, and thank you for braving this crazy weather. So you can see this map here. Yeah.
Or you can't.
Yeah. Yes. Very. Get your glasses. But what you'll see is how many places in the world that Viking actually goes to. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, they do rivers and they do the ocean, whether it's in the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, or over in Europe somewhere.
Yeah. Andrew, you want to read that part?
Nope. Do we have to read this?
Well, yeah. Just the biggest thing with Viking, their philosophy is don't be everything to everyone. Focus on English-speaking mature couples with curious minds and interests in history and culture and geography. Be a destination-oriented cruise line. So they really want to get right into the nitty-gritty of the little towns and cities that they visit. They're highly inclusive, so you're not nickel and dime when you get on board, which was...
They're a great line for that, for the ocean and the rivers. You get on board, pretty much everything is included, unless you want to get a spa or do maybe an optional excursion that would cost extra, but most of the time, at least 1 to 2 excursions are included on your trip.
On the ocean cruise, you might add that the laundromats are free.
Oh, see, good to know. Laundry's
That's
free
good to know.
on the
Laundry's
ocean.
free.
Okay,
That's great.
Good.
Now, the river boat that I was on, I didn't notice that they had facilities. So.
Okay, very cool. See, you know a little bit more than we do. And
But Viking's the only one I know anything about.
okay.
Yeah, so destination focused, culturally enriching, and carefully curated. So tell us a little bit about some of your experiences with some of the culture and the activities on board, if you don't mind sharing. Just anything?
You don't mind?
Anything come to mind?
On the first cruise, the first ocean cruise that I was on, they had a gentleman from England who was a history
Professor? Uh-huh.
and he provided several, every other night he presented a program.
Right.
And the other couple that my friend traveled with, actually, they were very personal. We had dinner with them 2 or 3 different times and had some personal, they just were very good.
And I think that's what the river cruises do in general, and Viking is they get people from
Was the ocean cruise. The
Viking
river
Ocean.
cruise was a different story, but good too.
Yeah, I think they try to get people that are from those areas that can talk about the destination you're going to. So I've been on river cruises, and some of the questions that people ask about, getting driver's license in Switzerland or different things, they have all the knowledge of that area, so they're not just Mimi and I trying to do a presentation and not know.
Right.
They actually have lived there, they know it, and so these river cruises are really good about that.
Right.
That was the experience I had on the river cruise too. The tour guide, the whole cruise director, I guess you'd call
Right.
it, was from. We went from Berlin to Prague.
Okay, okay.
And this young man was from the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
He was a school teacher.
Doing this on the side.
History
Wow.
school teacher, and this was one of his second jobs. He was very knowledgeable.
Very cool, very cool.
So they definitely are the small ship experts. They have, they're probably the largest river cruise company there is.
There is, yes.
By far. They have more ships, and and very innovative ship design. A lot of their ships are very similar, the long ships. They have 20 years of experience on the rivers, and their product, their cruise product, the ocean cruises.
It's great.
Yeah.
And with all of their itineraries, they're very unique. They have different itineraries than a lot of the other river cruise companies. Because they have so many ships, they can go so many different more places, offering a lot of pre and the post packages to go with it.
They've got there again too, as do most of the cruise lines. They're going to have food from the area that you're going to. So if you're going to be in France, they're going to have more of a French flair. If you're on a German, they're going to have food that goes along with that cuisine for that region.
But they will also still have your meat and potatoes kind of stuff.
Right.
If you don't like to try new things and don't like steak, they got the chicken too. So
They have great service. They have a 90% retention of their staff. So that says something right there. So
yep.
their culture enrichment, that's there again too. We talked about the included shore excursions in every port, so that it's not something that you have to feel like, oh my, I'm going to have to pay for all these different excursions.
Mm-hmm.
And their tour guides, well, this was Ocean too, but their guides are really, really good.
Good.
They're
Yeah.
professional and informative.
And with Viking too, on the rivers, you'll have wine and beer with lunch and dinner. And then on the ocean, same way,
Yes.
wine and beer with lunch and dinner? Okay.
Viking Way, that talks about behind the scenes insights where you're going to get really close and personal with the culture that you're going to be visiting, and families. And like you said, be eating dinner with somebody that's from that area and are getting to know them. So we talked a little bit about, local life. You're going to have kind of a local flair for whichever excursion you go on. You're going to learn about the area that you're in, whether it's like a cheese farm or the windmills in the Netherlands. You're going to also have privileged access to some of the, like when we went to the church in Cologne, experience the top of Cologne from the roof of Cologne's magnificent Gothic cathedral. So behind the scenes, so that's something that they're going to have to be able to offer. Going to talk about one of the things,
Yes. The wine and beer and sodas with lunch and dinner. Specialty coffees and teas are available 24/7. Dining, it's open seating dining, so you don't have to eat at a specific time. You can have a table for just two. If you meet other people, you can sit with 4 to 6 people. Usually, like dinners, they're usually around that 6:30, 7 o'clock, and it's usually good for about 2 hours or so, but you come and go when you please. It's a really nice concept just to not feel like you have to be someplace at a certain time.
There again, too, bottled water replenished daily, internet Wi-Fi. The hotels that they use are first class. In-room info, they call it infotainment, but it's basically movies on demand. And all port charges and government taxes are included in your price. So you're not, when you get there, all of a sudden having to pay additional monies.
And one thing about the river cruises that I love, all these little towns that you stop in, you are stopping right there in town. You can just walk off if you're not doing a tour with the cruise line and just go into these little towns and then enjoy the culture and the little pubs or the little cafes and things like that.
Yeah, this is for 20 and 21. They've got this Grand European Tour, which is 15 days. So the nice thing about doing one river cruise and staying on a little longer is you're seeing all these different countries and towns without packing and unpacking. So it's just, if you're going to pay for airfare to get there, do
Stay a little longer
one if you can. This is, in fact, I've just been talking to someone that wants to do something like this, or they want to be on for a longer time. And who's been to Budapest? Anybody? Okay. It's really, I went for the first time this fall and was shocked. It was almost like Paris. There was like so many like sidewalk cafes, and I didn't really expect that. And what a charming city! It's just the shopping pedestrian where they've got it kind of closed off where there's no cars and you can walk around. It's really, I mean, something like this would be a wonderful itinerary. So you're getting all these different rivers. You got the Main-Danube Canal, the Danube and the Main and the Rhine. So you get a little bit of all the different rivers.
We were on the river at the same time you were.
Okay.
We were on the opposite. You went one way, we were going.
So you were waving at each other as you went by?
Okay, yeah.
We started out in Budapest.
Oh, and then went to Prague. Oh, that's funny.
City.
So here's another one that's a 7-night, 8-day on the Rhine.
My favorite.
Yeah, that's
itinerary.
what Andrea and I did a few years ago.
Love
Yeah.
it. Love Lucerne.
Yeah, we
Lucerne.
judged how expensive where we were by the ice cream cone we bought.
Yeah. The gelatos.
Yeah, every day we were someplace where we were like, when we started in Switzerland and it was the highest, and by the time we got to Amsterdam, it was
The cheapest.
Romantic Danube. This is another option here from Budapest to Nuremberg or vice versa.
And there are so many itineraries, so many different destinations, so many combinations. So if you're confused, call us. We can help you with it. Just let us know if you guys need anything at all.
Just a little bit about their long ships, so you can kind of see a picture of this. All the ships, many of them are the exact same design. So if you get on one ship, it's going to look. In fact, they have a situation where a lot of times if the rivers are too low or too high, they can literally swap ships. So if you're someplace where you can't get through the
canal,
the locks because the rivers are too high or too low, they'll just flip-flop people. They'll move you from one ship to the next, which is pretty crazy to think about. But this kind of gives you a little overview of what the ship looks like. 190 guests. Some of the rooms they're very contemporary in their design. So if you're looking for something that's kind of foo-foo and warm and fuzzy, this is not the best product for you because they are very, as you can see, the spaces are very clean lines. But if you like that, that's great. It's just they're a little bit more contemporary in their designs.
And the cruise manager, he or she will have cruise talks every day about the next port that you're going to. They'll meet in that lounge that we just passed, talking about where you just been, where you're getting ready to go. That's where people will meet every night and have cocktails and just talk about their day experience and just get to know other passengers that are there.
It's kind of fun, this herb garden. Mm-hmm. So we talked a little bit more about the details of the staterooms. Some of the suites they have are larger. So none of the river cruise cabins are gigantic. There's no space to be gigantic. But they are some of the other cruise lines that have like double the width because they have to stay on the Danube. Those cabins are a little bit larger, but
But you're not in your rooms that much. You're in all these beautiful destinations. You're there to sleep, get ready, and then get back out and go see the cities that you're into. So, perfect size rooms. They're never. I didn't think they were too small.
So there, you got just a picture of a veranda stateroom and a veranda suite. So I think somebody in here needs to have one of these Explorer suites.
Milton?
Explorer suite bathroom. Okay, wow. So we're now going to be talking a little bit more about some of the ocean. They're very port intensive, and so you both did the ocean. Did you enjoy that experience?
Yes, very much. That's one of our very favorites.
Okay, good.
The ships are smaller, which we really like. We don't like the big mega ship experiences where you're
Right.
running all over.
That's what I liked about it, was the, put 930 passengers.
Yeah, 900 and some, yeah.
The food was great. The staff was wonderful. It was all good.
We were upgraded for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We were 8,000 in one. On the 8th floor,
Wow.
and it wasn't an issue to go to dinner.
Yeah, so if you forgot something in your room, you didn't have to walk them
Yeah,
up.
we were very
Well,
far
it's just
forward. So.
ships are so small
Yeah.
compared to a lot of them.
And it's just laid out though.
Now,
Right.
the Viking Ocean is a little bit unique in some of the things that they have compared to other ocean. From what I understand, I've not been on Viking Ocean, but all the rooms have king-size beds. Yes, and there's no children.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's
Right, adults only.
Adults only, which is very unique. Yeah.
It was nice for us.
Where they consider adult, because I had children that, but older, but
Yeah, usually it's 17, 18
I would
is
say
what
probably
they,
18
yeah.
would be my
I can
guess,
find
yeah.
out but I do know that they don't allow little ones.
I think of that first cruise I was on, there were some younger kids, probably about 16.
I think they allowed kids at one point, and then they changed it.
This was in 2016.
Okay.
Okay.
It was one of the first, it was the first ocean ship,
Mm-hmm.
but it did,
Right.
it been on, it sailed like for about 9 months.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see it's smaller vessel, 930 guests. You can see some of the staterooms and
Very elegant dining,
And it's casual too.
not dressy.
Get dressed up for some of the things.
Still open dining as well, concept?
Yeah, beautiful.
It's open dining, but then they do have 3 specialty restaurants
Mhm.
that you make reservations for, but that's included in your.
Good. So their specialty is included.
And had talked to Cassie one day, I don't remember, just a few years ago. And on the way out, we talked to Mark, and we said something about, I would think about going on another cruise. And he got to talk about Viking Ocean.
Mhm.
And we were really glad that we paid attention, because
Right.
we did book one, and it was a great experience.
Mhm.
We're looking forward to another one.
Yeah.
Well, and from what I have found, I don't know if this is the same, but they sell out very quickly because they are so
yes.
small. If there's an itinerary that you want, you need to book this well in advance. because-
Viking Ocean fills up quick. I'm working with some clients now, and can't find anything in the spring. We're in the fall, and there's very little availability for the fall, for the Mediterranean this year. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are just some additional pictures.
Nice spa.
Yeah. Snow grotto.
I remember, yeah.
Wow.
Snow room.
So very nice, very elegant, pretty much all-inclusive or semi-all-inclusive.
Yeah.
They really did a nice job.
Yeah.
They did.
Anybody have any questions? How did we do? For
All
not knowing.
veranda, all veranda staterooms, king-size beds, deluxe veranda. Just show you a few more pictures.
Nice bathrooms. Heated pools? Oh, floors? Oh, nice.
Wow. Heated floors, yeah. Anti-fog mirrors.
I need that for my house.
So this is just some of the river. I mean, there's.
And they go all over the
yes,
world, too.
Yeah. They have a new program to Egypt.
Egypt, yep.
Lots of different options here on the ocean. And they're constantly coming up with new itineraries that are unique. So if you want to try something
Because they're
different.
coming out with, 2 ships a year or something like that. So they got to keep evolving and getting more itineraries and different places to go because the repeat factor is huge. So many clients keep coming back, and they want to try different things. So,
And if you've not been on a river cruise before, there are unique differences. So if you say to us, we like exceptional food, or we really want like kind of a more totally all-inclusive experience, or you say I want to have somebody that's with me from the minute we do our pre-package to the minute we get done with our post-package. There's different cruise lines that we would talk to you about because they're all great.
they all
But they're
have
all
just
a little bit
unique
different.
differences. Yeah.
Or just go with us.
Exactly.
Need to talk to you about that.
Yeah. So are you thinking about taking a river cruise?
What are plans?
Yeah.
Maybe not this year.
Yeah.
How about 21?
21 when we have.
How about April 11th of 21? I'm just saying. I'll show you.
Is that where you guys are at with where things are open? Like 2020 is pretty much booked?
It's not pretty. There is still space out there, and that is our job, is to find it for you. So once we know what you're looking for, what type of package you're looking, what month you're looking, that is our job to find it. So we'll say you want Viking, but we can't find any Viking space. Then we'll go to Plan B and do another option because, like she said, there's a lot of great river cruise companies out there, so we just have to find the space for you. Viking is filling up on a lot of their ocean cruises, but the rivers are still pretty wide open. I'm hosting a trip in April. I will be on that trip, so that's why I said that. Tulip time. Yes. No. I'm doing one on the fall, yes, with Alma. The Duro. Yeah, yeah.
What are you doing the tulip one on?
Avalon. Yeah. We're just spreading the love.
Yeah.
To everybody.
Yeah, they're all great. I mean, there's not. I've been on Avalon, Viking, Ama, Uniworld. Every time I've had a great experience. It's just different. Every time is a little different. We took Uniworld, and we took a group to India. So I mean, that was like a total cultural experience, and it was one I'll never forget. And it's one of those places that you're probably not going to go back to. But if I'm kind of I don't know, I don't want to rough it, especially in India. Sorry. If I'm going to go someplace like that, I don't want to rough it. I want to make sure the water's clean and,
Food's
whatever.
good, yeah.
So I was thrilled that we went on Uniworld to India, because the places we stayed was like blow your socks off, peacocks walking around. I mean, but then, you walk outside the gates and you're in India. So it just, I want to see the world, but I also want to be safe, and I want to have good, clean, So
In style.
But we can help you, we can help you with any of the different cruise lines, any of the destinations. Probably one of us somewhere in the office of 29 people has been on to some destination.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of working with us, is that our knowledge of the different rivers and the different river cruise lines is extensive. So, well, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.